Hello everyone, I'm Jump the Gamer, and this is gonna be the last video of the street racing series that we're gonna do in order for us to bring our cars to max level, have some performance parts, some pink ones which has those bonuses and whatnot. So the best race that I found, and I also did all of them in order for me to find this one, well, yes, a lot of people do the Latrell's car part 2, but this one, it only gives you, for some reason, even if the race is around 3 minutes or almost 4, it only gives you around 2 or 3 performance parts, which is a little bit strange, because a lot of races around these times, it's gonna give you 5, maybe 5, but around 4, 5, 6 performance parts. Well, I've tried all of them and I found the easiest one, the shortest one, and the one that you can actually cut the most time out of it. It's this one, Latrell's Car Part 1. I managed to cut my time down to 8 minutes at 0.18 seconds. I'm gonna show you all the points where you can cut the race to make it faster. But on hard it's quite easy with cutting the circuit and whatnot. I'm pretty sure you can do this with a stock vehicle. Just buy it and come in here and do this on hard. I mean, you can try, but I'm not sure that you can win or not. I mean, if you cut, maybe yes. Anyway, let's here travel to Las Vegas. There's always a car parked right next to it. Just get in, start, a cutscene will start, your car will get into position. Just skip the cutscene, you don't need to actually see this every time. Once the race starts, just tap your nose so you can be a little bit faster when launching. Get in front of the group, if you can. If not, just stay there. Cut through here, it's gonna give you a lot of time. And just once you're on the straight here on the Las Vegas strip, just try and stay on the bike lane, because there's not much traffic here and you don't have to make a lot of moves to avoid them. Once you come here, just be aware of the traffic that comes in front of you. And here's quite a tricky part that I don't really manage to do every time, but once you're here, just going through here and restarting your car will actually bring you somewhere around on the ramp. It's supposed to bring you around here, but for some reason I don't really know how to do that quite well. So you're just gonna have to find that by yourself. Once you're here, it's quite straightforward, the highway. Just be aware of the traffic ahead, just don't crash. Once you reach this roundabout, make sure that there's no traffic ahead of you. Just go straight through it, just cut it, and you will gain a lot of seconds on that cut as well. If it helps you, just keep your map enlarged so you can see the road a little bit better. We also have the sun blinding us, which is not a great thing right now. We started this race at the worst time possible. Anyway, once you reach this point, just gain as much speed as possible, because you're gonna have to cut through here and it's gonna slow you down very much. So it's almost at the minimum level. Just once you reach this point, just take this jump right ahead, which is gonna bring you up again on the road, just straight forward like this. And then get back on the road, gain some speed, and keep going. Be careful not to hit the barrier on this one, because it's gonna launch you straight into the woods. And you can also do some wall riding if you don't want to use the brakes or are too lazy to do so, but just stick to the wall and it will guide you to victory. And we're actually approaching another point where you can actually cut a lot of corners, but it's a little bit tricky. You don't just, whatever you do, just don't restart your car because it's gonna put you back on the road where you started from, so you're gonna waste a lot of time by doing that. Once you do this corner, here the barrier will end, just cut through here, just go straight down, keep that hill on your side, just go through here. You don't have to rush it because otherwise you're gonna hit a lot of trees and it's gonna slow you down a lot more. Be careful in this part. Once you're here, you're gonna have to be careful of the barrier, just to keep on cutting down the track. And here you are, back on the road again. As always, you can use a wall to guide yourself to victory. Be very careful on these straight roads because you're gonna gain a lot of speed. There are some very tight turns which are gonna mess you up if you don't pay attention to the road. Also, yeah, pay attention to the traffic because there is. As I just said, it doesn't matter. We have at least 1 minute of advantage of them, so it's not gonna mess us up as bad. Once you reach this point, here you can cut as well. Just be careful of the rocks that you can encounter on your way down, because there are some and they're gonna make you fly if you hit them. Like this one. Back on the road. This was the last part of the circuit that you're gonna have to cut on the woods type of environment. Now you're just gonna have to be on the road. It's gonna be much easier. Be careful on this turn. Don't want to crash into anything. Like this one. As you can see, we have 1 minute and 12 seconds of advantage on the first one. Use the wall. Be careful not to use this one because it's gonna launch you straight into the hills and you're gonna waste a lot of time by doing that. Once you reach the entry point of the highway, just take this wall, brake here, steer and just make yourself go into the highway. Be careful of the traffic here because you're gonna reach very high speeds. It's gonna be much harder for you to avoid them. There we go. Pay attention to this corner because if you miss it, it's gonna send you flying. You actually don't want to hit as many barriers as I do on the highway because these things are quite a little bit glitchy and it's gonna make you fly all over the place. So this is the thing we're reaching now, is the last cut that we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go straight here, just don't follow the GPS. Come in here, make a U-turn, use your NOS to get some speed. Once you reach this place, just keep going straight. Even though it says wrong way, doesn't worry. Just come here. And that's it. That was the entire cuts, that all the cuts that we have to do in this race. We're already at somewhere about 2 minutes of advantage on the second one. It's easy, just keep going, pay attention not to fall off the highway. Be careful here, just don't miss your exit because you're gonna waste a lot of time. And that's pretty much it. Just these last two corners are the last ones that are gonna have to do. Be careful of the traffic because there's a lot of, I mean, we're all in Los Angeles, so there's a lot of traffic here. Not that much during the night though, so I think the best time to do this race will be during the night. Maybe, I don't know if that affects the traffic. This is the last stretch, around 2 minutes of advantage of them. Here's the finish line, we're done. Don't worry about braking because the cutscene would start. Just skip it, doesn't matter. You're gonna say this for at least 100 times if you're gonna grind this race. Wait for your performance parts to drop, a lot of followers, a lot of bugs as always. And there are also your performance parts. There are a lot of them. This is why this is the best race to do so, because you always get the entire line of performance parts. As you can see here, performance, see, every single one of them performance you can swap and find yourself a better one. I don't know if I'm gonna have some because my car is already maxed out and I don't think it's gonna need any improvements. Yep, everything is, it's not really. Once your car is maxed out, you're gonna have to be lucky in order for you to get very nice performance parts. Anyway, this is the hypercar method that I use to level up my car. This is all of the street races, I mean the street racing category, because all of these are not the thing. The next thing we're gonna do is will be off-road, but I'm still working on it because I still have to do the rallycross. I know which the rally raid is, I know the motocross, but I still need to work on this one. But I think I do know which is the fastest race to do. And then we're gonna move to freestyle, pro racing, and that will be it. And I hope you guys liked the video, find help in what I did, and I hope I helped you with it. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next video, hopefully soon. Bye.